Hello, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another DB2 SQL function, which is AVG. So AVG function is mainly used to calculate the average of the column. Okay, so let's suppose we have one table where we have some data in some of the columns, and for a particular column we want to calculate the average value. So in that scenario, you can easily utilize this AVG function or average function. So we will discuss like how we can use this AVG function in SQLRPGLE program. Also, we will see like how we can run this over the normal DB2 SQL query. And before that, I will show you the actual table and the data where we are going to utilize this function. So let me show you this. So here I will run one query, select star from Sharmit1 slash table1. So Sharmit1 is my table library name and table1 is my table name. So here you can see there are multiple column: employee ID, age, year of experience, year of service, monthly salary, product sales, and customer expenses. So suppose for a time being we can assume that we want this age, right? And this age column we want to calculate the average of this age column. So how to do this? So to achieve this we will use the AVG function. So let me show you, but in SQLRPGLE program. So here what we are doing, first of all we are declaring one SQL state. So you can see this is a constant SQL state underscore valid, and we have stored 5 times 0 here. Then below to this we are using one variable in which we will use to store the output which we are getting from the query. Okay, and then we have noted down 3 lines which basically setting the commitment control equals to star none. And this is the optional line, like if you are not doing any kind of changes in your table, in that case you can skip it, otherwise you have to keep these lines. Now here we are using the actual query, so just write exec SQL, select avg, which is our function, and inside parenthesis I am passing that column for which I want to calculate the average value. And then whatever the value we are getting from this function, we are storing it into the host variable result, and this data is coming from Sharmit1 slash table1. Okay, so as usual, like once the query is executed, we will check this query like whether it is executed properly or not. So for that I'm checking here, if SQL state equals to SQL state underscore valid, then we are printing the result, else we are printing the SQL state in order to find out the issue, and also giving a message query ended with an error, then end if and INLR equals to star on. So let me save this program and we'll run it and we'll see what output we are getting here. So you can see it is returning the output as 35, and if you check the data, then if you look at over the age column, you can see if we calculate the average of this column, then it would come as 35 only. So it means it is working perfectly. Alright, so we just discussed like how we can utilize this AVG function in SQLRPGLE program. Now how we can use over it on the query itself. So here I will show you one example. Just write select star from Sharmit1 slash table1, then take F4, and here you can take F4 again, select any of the column. Let's say I want to calculate the average of monthly salary, so I will select it by 1, and then simply just keep this column inside a function avg, so it will calculate the average of the column. So you can see we are getting the output as 533 5533 point and all threes. Okay, so this is how you can utilize this avg function in order to calculate the average of the given column. I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss another thing. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.